So today we'll be looking at closeness centrality for an undirected graph. So before getting to know how to measure closeness centrality, let's first have a look at what is closeness centrality and why do we need it. So basically a closeness centrality focuses on how close an actor basically is a node of a graph, is to all other actors, right? So and why is this necessary? So an actor which is close to many other actors can easily interact and communicate with them. Basically, let's say you have information which needs to be shared. So if an actor is close to other actors, it can easily communicate with those actors and share this information. uh, Closeness now, how do we measure the centrality? So closeness centrality for a node Ni is denoted using Cc of Ni. This is just the notation of it, and the formula is given by Cc of Ni is equal to summation of d Ni comma d n nj for all nodes from what for all nodes in the graph, inverse of this entire formula. Now, what is this term, this dNij? So basically, dNij is nothing but the geodesic distance from node Ni to Nj. What is geodesic distance? This term basically means the shortest distance in a graph from node Ni to Nj. Geodesic distance is the shortest distance. Now let's have a look at an example so it'll become more clear. So let's say we have this graph given and we need to find the closeness centrality measure for this graph. So initially what we can do is we can create a geodesic distance table. Uh, so this table just represents the shortest path from this ith node to the jth node. I take a number, this row column. So then this is basically a distance from the third node to the fifth node of the graph. The shortest distance between third and the fifth node. You can see 3 and 5. So the shortest distance between 3 and 5 is 2. 1 and then one more. So 2. We can also go from this path, but this the distance over here is 3, and also there's one more path here, but the distance over here is 4. So we only need to consider the shortest distance. So we'll just take from 3 to 5. This is the shortest distance and the length is 2, right? So I have made this table. In the exam, if they're given you to, if they ask you to find the closeness centrality measure of only a single node, then this table is not necessary as it will consume time. But if it's for all the nodes, then you can make this table. Now coming to how to find, let's say you have to find the closeness centrality of node 1, okay? Uh, so, yeah, so node 1, right? No, and formulas is just nothing but the inverse of geodesic distances of all the nodes from 1, okay? That's just the basic formula. So basically I need to take all pairs of distances from 1 to all the other nodes. So over here, my closeness centrality measure for node 1 will be actually equal to the summation of 0. Then so basically this first entire row will actually give me the distances from 1 to all other nodes, right? So 1 to 1 will obviously be 0, then 1 to 2 is this, 1 to 3 is here, and so on. So you can see over here I've just written the summation of all these, the shortest paths, and an inverse of it, right? So this is 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is 8 inverse, and which is 0.125. Similarly, I've also found the same thing for node 4. So this is nothing but the summation of all these numbers, which is 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2. Also just note that for any node, the distance from that node to itself will always be 0. So that's why for 3 3 we have 0, for 2 2, and so on. We'll just have all these zeros. The diagonal elements will be 0. And also, since this graph is undirected, the from Ni to Nj, the shortest path will be also equal to Nj to Ni shortest path. This is about the basic closeness centrality. Now let's get into what is standardized closeness centrality. Okay, so this is just another term we use while measuring closeness centrality. So the formula of this is given by C. Also, this is denoted by CC dash, right? So you remember this dash is for standardized closeness centrality. So the formula is given by G minus 1 divided by the same thing which we saw in closeness centrality. Okay, So if I take this up, I can write, basically this is just becomes the inverse over here, and this was nothing but the closeness centrality, so we have this thing written here. Now, so example for finding the standardized closeness centrality, let's just take the same example, the same graph we had earlier. Now, if I want to find the standardized closeness centrality for node 4, it's going to be equal to, yeah, over here G, remember that G is just, nothing but the number of nodes in the graph, okay? So now the standardized closeness centrality measure for this graph will be nothing but 6 minus 1 into cc of 4, right? Based on this formula we see here. And G is, as I told you, the number of nodes. We can see that the number of nodes in the graph was 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 6 minus 1 into closeness centrality of 4. We had found in the previous example the closeness centrality of 4. It was closeness centrality of 4 was given by 0.143, right? So I've just substituted these terms here and I've got the standardized closeness centrality. Now also some other related terms to closeness centrality is fairness and peripherality. So you might also get in the question paper to find what is fairness for a node I or a node Ni, or peripherality of a node Ni. So it's nothing but just the inverse of closeness centrality. So as we know that closeness centrality is actually inverse of sum of the geodesic distances of a node from all other nodes. So taking the inverse of inverse would actually just lead us to the shortest path of a node from all other nodes in the graph, right? So again, for if I'm just taking an example for finding the fairness of a node 1, it will be given by 1 by cc of 1, which is nothing but the shortest distances of all nodes from node 1, summation of that, right? So again, we had already found all of these shortest distances in this graph. So this is nothing but 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 8, right? You can also, using this formula, if you have already calculated the closeness centrality, you don't need to do it again. If you have like, you don't have to find the shortest distance again. If you have already found the closeness centrality, you can just take the inverse of it. So we had found that the closeness centrality of node 1 was 0.125. So inverse of it will just become 8. Yeah, that's about the closeness centrality for undirected graphs. Thank you.